Perhaps you've seen it. Maybe in a dream. A murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything once branded. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm NerdGod21. Welcome to Let's Play Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin Edition. I decided to, just jump straight into it rather than start at the title screen like I normally do. Alright, welcome to the Things Betwixt, our tutorial level. And I like how in this game, our setup for our character is not being just locked up in an undead asylum, being a random nobody. Here we're actually looking for a cure to the undead curse. And the only way to do that apparently is to head into a far-off, walled-up kingdom in the north called Dranglake. Fantastic. All that from an intro cutscene. So, let's just move on in, shall we? Let's get started. Now then. First obvious difference between Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1, graphics. Obviously, if you follow the development of Dark Souls 2, you know it was made by a separate team as compared to the first game. Do not attack the ugly pugs. That's a death sentence at this point. We are literally level 1 with 1 in all stats. There is no way in hell that I'm fighting anything at this point. And as you can see, the unfortunate victims of people that have assailed these pugs. So let's not. So yeah, Dark Souls 2 is made by a second development team. Obviously. Which in turn means different art style, different graphical fidelity. Which is kind of obvious. And some change to the gameplay formula. For the most part, it's mostly the same, but some things are different. Going that way is suicide right now, so instead we'll just go inside the hut. Inside the giant fucking tree. And it looks like our character is a little bit under the weather. They seem to be a corpse.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
Well, at least they're up front about it this time. And of course, the name is always as ever. Jack is back, and he's now for another adventure in Dark Souls. Oh, damn it. Gotta actually click OK for this. Yes, I'm sure of the name.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
And here's our character creator. Great, we look into a witch object and we can now remember what we look like. Fantastic, our class. We could start off as a warrior, a knight, a swordsman, a bandit, a cleric, a sorcerer, an explorer, or a deprived. Unprived is the level 1, but you start with 6 in all stats. So yeah, we literally get a giant stat boost for just being level 1. Woo. At the very least, the lowest stat a thing can be at this point is 1 with the bandit. Go figure, right? Anyway, from the top, warrior. Battle-scarred warrior, high strength and dexterity, skilled with weapons. Downside of having high strength and dexterity is a shitty weapon and a shitty shield. And meh armor. The Knight. Traveling Knight, high HP and adaptability, tough to take down. The adaptability is a very important stat. It'll make your life in Dark Souls 2 a hell of a lot easier if you max that out to 30 immediately. Trust me. I'll explain what that does when we get to the stat screen. Swordsman. Finally skilled swordsman. Fights gracefully with strong weapons in both hands. Swordsman starts off with a scimitar and a short sword. Melee, this is the class you pick if you want to try out a new mechanic that they've added for weapons. But unfortunately, he does not have the stats to do that at the start, which is annoying. Oh well. The Bandit class, a merciless outlaw, high dexterity, skilled with a bow, fights well at various ranges. I don't know why they made the Bandit class the bow starting character. Makes no sense to me. The Cleric on a pilgrimage, has high faith in miracles that guide the way. Starts with heal. And no gloves or pants. Or a helmet. Actually, most of these classes are missing some vital form of equipment. For example, the warrior is missing a good weapon, the knight is missing a shield, the swordsman is missing stats. The bandit is, well, just look at him. Cleric is missing most of his outfit. Sorcerer is missing some things, mainly gloves and a helmet. Explorer is missing a shield and a good weapon. And Deprived is missing everything. Anyway, Sorcerer, knowledgeable sorcerer, casts sorcery with a high intelligence at 2 minutes, starts off with Soul Arrow, and a catalyst and a dagger. Explorer, well-traveled explorer. Not terribly powerful, but has many items to use at the start. Yes, he starts out with some good shit. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be picking an explorer. Unclothed, unknown, or an origin unknown, has nothing to fight with except life-affirming flesh. Yeah, if you want to start at level 1 this time around, you basically have to do this without any equipment. Thanks, secondary team. They definitely nerfed SL1 at the start. So, I thought hard about what class to actually play as. Because I was thinking, let's see. In Demon Souls, I played as a, well, technically a cleric because I used the, Holy Sword of Moonlight. In Dark Souls 1, I made Artorias because I was using his great sword. My original plan was to make a spell sword type of character for this game, where I use a weapon and use weapon enchantments. That was my main plan. Until we got to Seath the Scaleless, and I couldn't get the Moonlight Sword. That decision of me not getting the Moonlight Sword has influenced my final decision for the character I'm going to be playing with. We're playing a sorcerer, because I'm going to be using I'm going to be using the Moonlight Sword in this playthrough. And I need to be a sorcerer to actually make extensive use out of the damn thing. Because rather than being a faith weapon this time around, it's an intelligence weapon. And Sorcerer has the highest amount of intelligence, plus magic is busted, as it always is. Starting gift, we get the life ring. This ring of old slightly increases HP, a human effigy. A familiar looking effigy returns the hollow to life. They removed humanity and instead replaced it with this. I actually like effigies better, even if they don't fully heal you. You actually stay in human form the entire time. When you die, you return to hollow form. The downside of being a hollow in this game is you have reduced HP. So, human effigies are very useful and valuable. Healing wares. Various items used to cure poison restores HP, essential for anyone traveling Dragon Lake. Here's some more healing items, and some poison cures, because they changed how healing works in this game. We can start off with a homeward bone. Returning to the bonfire last rested at. Having one may ease your mind, but there is no easy journeys. You're damn straight. In some ways this game is harder, in other ways this game is easier. Like always. Seed of a Tree of Giants. A seed grown from a Tree of Giants. Inedible. And fucking useless to me. For a very good reason. And here's a new mechanic. Bonfire Acidics. Toss into a bonfire to raise the strength of nearby foes, only for those who seek greater challenges. This item puts an area into pseudo New Game Plus. What do I mean by pseudo New Game Plus? Well, starting from Dark Souls 2 onwards, New Game Plus actually adds new mechanics, new enemies, and new items. So it's actually a point to actually play New Game Plus. And if you want to get 100% of all the achievements, you're either going to be doing a lot of online multiplayer, or you're going to be running at least New Game Plus 2. Like I did. And let me tell you, this game on the higher New Game Plus levels is a bit of a bitch. All because the NPC that has the spells that I need for the last 2 achievements was only selling them on New Game Plus 2. And I couldn't farm the Covenant items because that's not how it works in this game. Petrified something. A simple petrified lump. It may be of use someday. This is an item that you trade to the crows like the rubbish. And what you get is randomized. So, let's see, getting a bonfire aesthetic early is nice, but I can get those pretty easily as drops later in the game, so that's not much of a thing to worry about. I'm just gonna play it as safe as I always do and grab the healing wares just in case. Alright, more healing items is always good. Okay, we're back out. Now it's time for the fun part. Character creation. Male, build. We're gonna go... Let's go on the ski side, but have the musculature of a god. After all, you don't need mass. You need definition to have an impressive physique. Because mass, without impressive definition to match, you just end up becoming an ugly monstrosity to look at. That's the reason why I despise bodybuilding. Anyway, now for the fun part. Making a face that isn't a fucking atrocious monster. At the very least, this is more detailed than goddamn the first 2. Okay, so we got... Okay, so we got what looks like to be European. I'm going to say African because of stereotypes. I don't know what this is supposed to represent. And this looks Asian to me. But it's all fucking... This is all wrong. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be wearing a helmet anyway to cover this shit. And we're gonna the one that doesn't look at the least atrocious. Not that many hairstyles, though. Let's see, we got bald. I don't know the term for this. Widow's Peak. A mohawk for some reason. Shaggy. Swept back. Long. Dreadlocks for some reason. I don't know why people like this type of hairstyle. It looks stupid. I hate dreadlocks in general. Ah, the classic cleric bowl cut. And a longer version and other side of the head than this one. And we're just gonna go with the swept back hair. Hair color. That'll do. Eyebrow type. Yeah, so let's just give him the ugly. Let's just make him look evil. Or no eyebrows at all. And just give him something that looks the same. Make sure they match. Eye color. Fuck it, let's have the eyes pop out. Blinding fucking gold. We can give him a beard if we want to. Unfortunately, they don't actually fully extend up the to the sideburns except for this one. I'll consider that if I can't make the face look at least somewhat decent. We can add facial tattoos if we feel so desire. I am not. Okay, we got the basic body, we got the basic face figured out. Now for the advanced settings. Here we go. Oh, I wish they showed you this in real time. See, which skin color is it? Okay, it's the blush. Okay, we want it to basically match the rest of the face. Don't want it to stand out. Okay, this is base skin tone. Yeah, let's just make ourselves a fucking vampire. Okay, that one's fine. This is the individual hues, so let's not mess with that. Cheek color. There we go. Do we want laugh lines? Let's put them on the little bit of the darker side so they're noticeable, but not pronounced. Hair, we're good on the color. Okay, the shape, relative nose size. We make the nose wide. Spaces out the face. We make it narrow, it squints it a bit. Ratio nose to forehead. We're gonna be here a while, folks. Because no matter what I do, it always ends up becoming atrocious. You have to spend hours in this, going over details to make it look at least semi-decent. Facial width in general, They look fucking middle-aged as fuck. That's fine. Let's increase the sharpness of the face a little bit. That's better. Facial parts, vertical spacing. What if I go all the way to the end? Eh, not that much of a difference. It's the nose size that's distracting me. I'll work on that later. That'll work. Horizontal spacing. Let's have that be in the middle. Width of the brow. Do I want the brow to be wide? Oh no, that causes some clipping. Hang on. Okay, no. There aren't middle strands in the head. In the hair. Okay, shape 2. Cheekbones. Let's raise them up a bit. Not that much. Depth. Whoa. Okay, what happens if I put them all the way to the deep end? Just fucking grins. God, that is creepy. Okay, so cheekbone depth also affects the way your lips look. Okay. Okay, I don't need to have a smile constantly. Where it was okay, that was default. Let's just put it in the middle. Let's just put it around here, actually. The spread. Okay, what happens if I just go all the way out to the end? Like that. Okay. Like I want to be noticeable. Okay, good. Cheek fullness. Why concave and convex? Why not just say full or thin? Well, I don't want sunken cheeks to make me look like a corpse, so... I mean, granted, we are a corpse, but still. Oh, here it is. It's right here. We'll just leave that as. Chin! Ah, that basically means overbite or underbite. Or to place it all the way over here. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that. Ah. Can I decrease the size of the chin? Is that even doing anything? Not that I could tell. Great. Jawline. What happens if I widen it out a bit? Too noticeable. If the jaw goes out beyond your ears, it's too wide. It needs to be a little bit smaller. Well, it needs to be a little bit... Yeah, that'll work. Eyebrows, that's fine. The eyes, it's fine. The nose, rich color, protrusion. Seriously, can we just... Depth, there we go. Let's fix that. Much better. That's better. Let's decrease the length a little bit. Nose tip is fine. Nose protrusion. That's fine. Why am I focusing so much on the fucking face? I'm not gonna be seeing this because I'm gonna be wearing a helmet most of the time. Position, height, size, width, angle, that's all meaningless. Oh boy, the lip shape. I better not fuck with this. Expression, cheery, glum. We're in the middle. Why have to I go straight to glum? That'll work. Jaw. Can we tighten up the jaw a bit? Make it a little bit shorter? That just affected it. Ah, there we go. Chin protrusion. Let's, back that up a bit. We don't need to be, the crimson chin over here. Size of the jaw. Height of the jaw. Is this the one that lowers it or not? Whoa. Whoa! There we go. Spread, that's good. Outline. It's fine. Beard, I can fine-tune the beard and the tattoo. Is there anything else about this face that screams fix, besides the fucking giant nose? It's the fucking thickness of the nose that I have a problem with. It's way too thick for my liking. Depth, height, protrusion. Ugh. Ah, the nose is gonna bother me from hell and back, but fuck it. We're good. Let's see, is there anything else? Class, setup, body, face. Yep, everything's good. Is this your true self? Yes!
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Well, at least they're upfront about it. And I like how they find my misery hilarious. And like that, we're out of our rags and into a proper outfit.
This is a limbo. A link between Drangleic and the outer world. Fair traveller, I know that you must have a story. Why else would you visit such a place? This lost, decayed kingdom.
Well, I don't know, freeing the undead curse sounds like a good idea.
My name is Millibeth. The old women were once fire keepers. I am here to look after them. It is what my mother did, and her mother before her, and so on. The old women were but now the fire shows signs of fading, and the kingdom is beset by hollows.
Oh boy, it's happening again.
The old women are sisters. I am told there was a fourth. Long ago, fire keepers were commonplace. But now they are lost, scattered to the winds. The old women are sisters.
Okay, is that it?
The old...
And I believe we met the fourth of these three of the sisters in the intro cutscene. Anyway, we come up to the second floor of the hut, we find a little treasure chest. Treasure chest, you idiot. Speak properly. And here we get a human effigy. In the original game, that chest would contain the pre-order weapons, which are fucking useless. Okay, you don't say anything. You're just laughing at me.
You must go on a journey without rest. Well, I suppose if you find yourself at an impasse. But if your will is yet unbroken, then you may return here. To start again. With a clean slate.
And she basically said, hey, if you have an item, come back here and something will happen. You say nothing. You say nothing.
Now, go along, go along.
You're the only one that's nice out of this bunch. Anyway, let's actually head back out the way we came for some stuff to grab. Now that I've actually got some weaponry here, we can get some early items. First off, head around here to the bend, by the waterfall, pick up a small, smooth, and silky stone. And if we actually head across the bridge, there's that pathway, but no, I want to actually go over on this end. Because through here is a neat little hidden area where we can pick up a rusted coin. I'll finish looking through all this crap later. Controls are basically the same as in Dark Souls 1, but it's a lot more fluid and a lot less clunky and slow. Also, they made it so you have two options for jump. You can either do the typical hold the button and press the button to jump, or you can do the new method where you just click in the analog stick. Anyway, going through this path, we meet some giant footprints. If we follow said giant footprints, we get face to face with an ogre or a cyclops. I'm not sure which, probably both. Anyway, combat's pretty much the same as ever, so soul arrow 124. Yeah, your basic gimmick is to dodge his attacks, because this fucker will hurt. And that's a grab. At this point, that's the instant kill, because he will eat you. We actually want to get behind him, because he'll do this. He'll try to sit on you. You bait this fight's a joke. And killing him at this point is actually good. I want to be careful, just in case I get clipped. His hitboxes are a bit wonky in this game. Easy as pie. For killing the ogre, we get the stone ring. He was guarding some gold pine resin. Only one, though. Unfortunate. No starting 3 for me. Oh well. Having a lightning buff this early is always a good idea. Because I'm not going to be increasing my damage anytime soon. Fortunately. Unfortunately. Because doubly unfortunate for me, sorcerers are squishy. Very squishy. Alright, now if we take the path we're supposed to go to, we get our first bonfire and the tutorial area. And we can actually attack with our staff. Soul of the Lost Undead, and a torch. Yes, they had torches in this game because if you saw the promotional material, you saw they had a massive shadow and lighting system that had to be scrapped because it wouldn't work on current gen hardware at the time. Why they couldn't enable that for the PC version, I do not know. Bonfires are places of respite. You may also light torches on them. Indeed. Though, if you want to get a special ring, you have to complete the game without resting at a bonfire. Which is, annoying. And another special ring you can get for not dying, which is also annoying. But not impossible. Rest at a bonfire. We can teleport between bonfires at the start of the game, so no more bullshit running for me when I want to go to someplace. We get to tune our spells at the start, we get the bottomless box at the start, we can burn human effigy, and a bonfire aesthetic, and one other item that we haven't found yet. A warm, soft, shadowy-like effigy. Use this item to reverse hollowing. It also weakens the links to other worlds, prevents invasions, and most cooperation. Peer closely at an effigy, and one begins to perceive a human form, but whose form it depends on the person looking. Replacement for humanity, and it does more things than just heal you. It revives you back to human, and it prevents online play from happening. Anyway, we got some stuff I need to read. Let's get started. Life gems. Small stone made up of crystallized souls. Gradually restores a small amount of HP. Often found near abandoned corpses, as this were a remnant what remains of the soul. So yeah, life gems are going to be our main source of healing throughout the game. Don't worry, Estus Flask are here, but life gems are better. 1, because they go off faster, and for 2, you can farm these. And basically have infinite fucking life gems. Estus Flask cap out. Stone made of crystallized souls gradually restores HP. The dull glimmer of these mysterious stones brightens with the passage of time. Old Radiant Life Gem. Stone made up of crystallized souls gradually restores large amounts of HP. Rare stone was so brilliant to shine would fetch a handsome price. But what value could it really have without knowing who died to leave it behind? Poison Moss, which is cure poison. Dark Sign. The accursed Dark Sign. The Dark Sign indicates death, returning the player to the last bonfire rested at the cost of all souls held. Do what you must to gather the pieces, scrapping them into some semblance of a whole before the will to do so fades. Gold pine resin, rustic coin, temporary boost of luck because dropping is a bit of a... Drop chances are fucked in this game. The coin is engraved with the image of a god that was worshipped in ancient times, but no one knows its true origin. Black Separation Crystal tells Phantoms to fuck off for co-op. Bone of Order online play item. You will be punished for fleeing from other worlds by disconnecting unjustly. However, this charm will disperse the ire directed at you. But since they're not easily buried and there's no telling if she'll be let off so easily next time. Each encounter in life is a precious turn of fate, and fate will not be cheated. I don't play online, so this is useless to me. And small and silky stone. A smooth and silky stone used to slightly restore HP. Don't do that. The shine of this stone is no ordinary polish and can be achieved over... How about I take a breath and actually read properly? The shine of this stone is no ordinary polish and can only be achieved over a long period. Some in this land are in the search of such stones. There. Ah, we get a small dagger. A standard dagger. Has only modest attack and short reach, but can be jabbed in rapid succession. With a powerful critical attack, this is a potent weapon in the hands of the capable. Yeah, backstabs. And parries. Parrying has been nerfed to hell because it's practically impossible to do consistently. The first staff of most sorcerers. A catalyst for sorceries and hexes. I'll talk about hexes later. To use sorcery is to tune a staff at a bonfire and equip the staff. The strength of most sorceries is affected by the caster's intelligence. And here we get the imported set. Hemp hood that fully covers the face, provides protection from the elements and a little more. The cursed souls who wander the lands have a strange way of ending up here, as if drawn from afar by some force. Black Hollow Mage Robes. Robe worn by hollow Dran-like mages. Dran-like mages wore different garb depending on their sex. What function this served, however, is unknown. As with many old practices, this is a woman's robe, surprisingly. It's a woman's robe, which explains why... Actually, I don't know why. If it's a woman's robe, then why does it fit me? And we get a second pair of imported trousers because pants. Ah, the stone ring. This beloved ring of the gallant shieldless Lothian, formerly of Ferosa. Hits greatly reduce enemy poise. The effect may seem trivial, but for those who comprehend how critical it is to exploit a hole in the enemy defenses, the significance of this ring will be clear. Basically, this ring makes it easier to stun lock enemies when you hit them. And since it's our only ring, might as well equip it. Might as well wear some gloves and a hood. Might as well have some extra defense until we can actually get some better equipment. Anyway, we've rested at the bonfire, we got our soul arrows back. Let's move on, shall we? Should I light the sconces here? Yeah, I'll light them just to do a to make sure that I've done the tutorial section it's talking about. And unfortunately, the torch is timed, which you can see at any time by which one is it? Is it the info? No. Where is the? There it is. On the equipment screen. See the 4:55? That's your torch timer. Every torch you get adds 5 minutes. And it quickly stacks. Press the right bumper to attack. Let's swap out to the dagger. Which is very fast and easy killing these douchebags. Okay, target, lock, and release, and swapping targets. So far, nothing new. Hold B to dash. Yeah, we already know this crap. Screw you. Ah! Another ogre. We will not be dealing with that anytime soon, because in order to get access to over where he is, we need an item that we don't have. And here is the backstab tutorial guy. Critical hit. And one thing I love about Dark Souls 2, watch this. Visceral. Just jam it right back into the spine. They made the backstabs and riposte really visceral in this game, which I love. And here we get another dagger for free if we need it. Okay, that's the roll button. You still hit me, you son of a bitch. Fuck you. I'll jam it straight through your heart. Easy as pie. Switch equip weapons. Okay, we already know all this crap. So far, nothing new. But might as well get it out of the way. Press B to backstep. Something I never use. Let's take care of the archer dick first. Fuck you. Ow. That's gonna happen a lot, I can just already tell. Okay, what's this one tell me? Use item. And here's a free life gem. Thank you. Plus, we can actually move while using a life gem, rather than just stand still. Use the right stick to move the camera.
You! Give us smooth! Yes, you! Give us silky!
And here are the crows! Right at the start of the game and easy to get to. So, here's how the crows work. They changed this. We have leave and discard. Leave places it on the ground, discard just gets rid of it. We leave the small, smooth, and silky stone.
Yeah. So nice, so smooth. Yeah! Silky smooth!
Whenever you give them the item the crows like, they immediately transform into something new.
You, give it smooth. Yes!
I don't need to quit out. And I get a life gem for it. Thank you. Let's kick down the shortcut ladder to get to the crows. Let's see what's fall down here. We get the soul of the name of soldier. What's this say? Light sconces with a torch. I believe if we do so, we get a special event to show up the first time. I'll probably come back and do that later when I actually have some useful gear. Yeah, like I said, there is a shortcut to get over to there, but we can't knock down the tree on this side because of this idiot. They changed how this works. A statue blocks our way. We don't have an item to get rid of the statue, so we can't access that area at this point. Why they decided to do that for this version of the game, I don't know. Anyway, let's head on through here. What's this button to two-hand the weapon? Hold to wield if you have a weapon if your left hand two-handed. And yes, the tutorial statues can be destroyed. Two-handing does more damage, but it takes more stamina as always. I don't think these respawn if I use a bonfire. Oops. What's this? This is the jumping tutorial? Yep, that's the jumping tutorial. Let's see if this will be my first death. Oh wait, no I'm not. I'm not gonna be going for this right now. I'll come back later to grab that. Ugh, fine. I'll grab it. Let me get the torch lit so I can see where I'm jumping first. Because there's nothing more annoying than not knowing where you're jumping and dying by falling into a bottomless pit. Or walking into a bottomless pit, like I've done several times in this game. And again, that's during a certain area, which annoys the piss out of me. Nailed it. And here we get an amber herb. Very useful item for us, because since we're going to be using spells, amber herb slightly reduces spell uses. An annual herb with an amber color so deep it gives the impression of luminance. Restores a small number of spell uses. It is the mistaken belief of many that the flowers of this herb do not blossom. However, small, white flowers do blossom during dusk when the moon is visible. Yes, the amber herb and its line of items restore spell uses. Very useful for spellcasters. Since we don't have a mana bar, we have fucking charges. I fucking hate the D&D system of spells charges. Just give me a fucking bar. And here we have the plunging attack tutorial, and the parry tutorial, and the guard break mechanic. Because if an enemy is blocking with a shield, we can just do the kick option, and there's no kicking in this game. Instead, it's just basically, hey, fuck your shield, bitch, which allows you to do a counter animation. Unfortunately, we don't get any special plunging attack animations, which sucks. And by the way, good luck trying to parry in this game. It's practically impossible. So don't bother. Unless you want to spend hours practicing against every single fucking weapon. Oh yeah, jumping attack. There we go. I suck at it. Like always. Through this door, we get a cracked red eye orb. Yay! Something I'm never gonna use. Defeat the master of the world and you have evaded to acquire a token of spite. The residual sins of those who have succumbed to dark temptations are contained in the form of the cracked red eye orb. Hooray! Well, that's that section done. And if we come up here and we oversee the area that is blocked off by a statue, you can see why. Basilisk. The petrifying assholes return. And these guys actually drop something a lot more useful than the Eyes of Death bullshit. Okay. Do I really want to light all the torches? Yeah, I got a few more minutes. Let's just polish this off. Let's run on through everything and just light them all up. Now, I'm not sure if the activation is all of the torches in the area or if it's just along the main pathway, but I might as well light these because I am. Don't fall off into the water, because that's instant death. Our character can never swim in these games. So I'm not even gonna bother. You know, at the very least, from stuff, you can put invisible walls there, just to be nice for once. No, you're never nice. I would rather have invisible walls over bottomless pits rather than just having a bottomless pit. And I really don't care if it's unrealistic or immersion breaking. Fuck you. I prefer to not die. I'd rather get caught on an invisible wall and die from that rather than falling. Because I'm absent-minded and forget about the fucking terrain I keep constantly finding myself fighting in. At least there's one good thing about the sorcerer outfit. It actually shows scrolls of all your spells. And using their life gem. Okay, light this one up. And we will light this one up. And this should be the last one. Ah. I think I missed one. Which is probably over in there. Fuck. Me in the ass. Whatever. Oh, it's right here. I'm an idiot. Well, at the very least, lighting all these up just makes it look nice. Anything at all? Why do I got a feeling there's one up there I forgot to light? Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. I just can already tell. One last pass through to make sure I wasn't going nuts. Is there one in here? Oh, son of a bitch. Of course there is. There's always one there. Light him up. That should have been everything. Nothing? Oh, nice to know I did all that for no work, for all that work for nothing. Alright. There's supposed to be someone that shows up. Oh well. Through the tunnel we go. To the sunlight we go. And welcome to Majula. What a lovely view. And this is the main hub for Dark Souls 2. We're gonna be here a lot. Because this is where all the NPCs go for the most part. Divine Blessing, and we get some fucking music. Hallelujah. And we will light the bonfire. And we will talk to this NPC over here and call it a day.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
Thank you for the Estus Flask.
Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
You may level up by the power of the Emerald Herald.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
Yeah, she's not kidding. The game will not let you face the final boss if you're weak.
Seek those whose names are unutterable. The four endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away.
So the same basic structure as Dark Souls 1 is still here, where find the 4 major bosses and head to the final area. Somewhat.
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way. Lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others.
So in other words, in order to break this curse, seek the king. Easy enough. Here we can upgrade our Estus Flask and level up directly at the Emerald Herald.
Over the hill and past the forest is the king's castle, where a man peered straight into the essence of the soul. But whatever came of it, those who come to Drangleic seeking salvation soon lose hope and turn hollow. It happens to them all, sooner or later. That blue knight at the base of the tower, his spirit is already broken. Although he does offer sound advice. Perhaps he is a foreshadowing of your own future. tiny thing inside the ruins. An ancient being that will mock your very existence. She imparts sound wisdom, provided you find her on a good day.
Wonderful.
The sign you bear will drain your very souls. And without souls, you will turn hollow. Stay strong. Do not lose hope. Even when you have precious little time. For when the undead dies, it is never truly dead, but only one step closer to hollowing. Not all undead are hollows, but all hollows were once undead. If you find an Estus shard, bring it to me, so that I may ease your burden. Over the hill and past the worm, but what? Those who come to...
Okay, now we're just repeating dialogue.
That time, she provided...
Okay, Emerald Herald, I'll come to you later. Now then, I'm gonna call it here, ladies and gentlemen. We made it to Majula. Fantastic. And I've been NoGad21. This has been Let's Play Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Edition. In the next episode, I go over stats and talk to all the NPCs that are currently in Majula at this present point in time. But until then, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time.